Washington, and I have an important question for you in the Raise Your Voice, Make Your Impact Facebook group. Is your bio on life support? Does it need to be resuscitated so that you can attract clients, speaking gigs, media interviews, buyers for your book, sponsors for your program? You know, in today's world, as it's always been, people do business with people that they like, trust, and respect. And there is a boring bio problem in the world today that needs serious relief, in my opinion. For the last 10 years, I have read thousands and thousands of bios, and most of them are snoozers and not door openers. And so my question again is your bio on life support? Today, what I'd like to do is share 5 powerful ways that you can get clarity around who you really are and what you want your bio to accomplish so that you can attract the results that you most desire in your business. Are you ready for that? All right. In the comments below, I'm going to post a link to a tool that I created, and it's called the Bye Bye Boring Bio Blueprint. And it's going to be a wonderful handout for you to access as soon as this video is over so that you can follow the steps to create the better business bio you need to attract clients, speaking gigs, media interviews, and whatever other wonderful outcomes you desire. And so that leads us to the first point. What is the outcome that you desire? Sometimes people make the mistake that one bio suits all situations. What's on your website shows up everywhere else. And you know what? What's on your website is a whole lot longer and more involved than what you're going to have the opportunity to share everywhere else, and it may not serve your purpose very well. So one bio, one size fits all doesn't really meet the mark. And when you think about one size fits all, you go to the one size fits all rack at a store that you're allowed to shop in. And you know what? You might end up looking like you're wearing a potato sack instead of something that's sexy, svelte, and perfect for you. And so I want you to look at your bio as something that you put out there to cloak your expertise, your credibility, and your wow factor so it serves as a lasso to bring people right back to you. One size fits all, kick that to the curb. So point number 1, decide what you need right now. Is that bio going to be used to attract clients, speaking gigs, media interviews? Is it going to compel someone to pick up your book and actually buy it? Is it going to be used to accomplish some other objective that you have? What do you need right now? Step number 1. Step number 2, reflect on the who, the how, and the wow. And I'm not talking about you here. I'm talking about who you most want to serve in the work that you do. Who is your ideal client? What stunning results do you bring about for that ideal client so that they gladly invest meaningfully in your services? And what sets you apart compared to other service providers who do something similar so that you are the one that they want? I can go into more detail about that, and you've heard many experts talk about ideal client, but if you're trying to be everything to everyone, you sometimes end up with very few clients of your own. The third point is to prove your value and your impact. And here's where you get to weave together your credentials, your experience, your awards, your recognition, your media credits, and your testimonials to tell a story that would enhance the confidence that a decision maker might have in leaning more firmly in your direction. Step 4 is to add your personality, because if it's blah, blah, blah boring, you know it and so do I. But if it starts with a sassy soundbite like people hire me for my head, trust me for my heart, and value me most when I use both, wow, that person sounds like someone I want to meet. And in my case, it's the person that I married. Steve Juetten is a financial advisor, and that is the sassy soundbite at the top of his bio that speaks his philosophy in a few chosen words that create know, like, and trust at hello. What are some of the things that you say regularly that become like a signature for you that people expect you to say. What is your philosophy? What do you believe? Can you cull it down to a few well-chosen words? It's your story. Tell it well. Raise your voice. Make your impact. Start today. If not now, then when? Everybody's got something that they stand for and stand on. What is the mission you're fighting for? And can you find a way to say it in a few well-chosen words? Can you be yourself in your bio and not have it sound stilted or formal? What can you say in the bio that will build know, like, and trust? If you say, I just started my business yesterday and I have no experience, but I want you to hire me, that's certainly very authentic, but it doesn't do anything to build know, like, trust. So you might be in a position where you need to attract some testimonials for your services, your speaking, or whatever else that you do so that you can add them in. I remember when I was working on my bio in years ago, and I was having a hard time talking up and speaking up about myself. And I didn't want to be braggadocious. I didn't want to be overly self-promotional. I didn't know what to say. Do these issues come across your mind? Do you feel that way too? Confidence is a very big part of being able to say who you are and what you do and who you do it for, and what's special and different about the way that you do it. So if you find yourself stuck and not knowing what to say, go back to 5 people that know you well, that may have experienced your talent, your gift, your service personally, and ask them, what would you say about the way I do my work and the way I show up in service to you, and what stands out the most about you? And just speak from your heart and let me know what those words are. Maybe there'll be some gold there for me to mine so that I can show up for future people who can benefit in a similar way. And when I did this for myself, it was so confidence boosting. And this was a long time ago, but someone said, she's like a human exclamation point on steroids. She's a word wizard. Someone said, well, what was it that she said? Oh, she said, Nancy takes the best of you and sprays it for the world to see, so you look and sound like an expert, just like that. I never would have said that about myself, but in the intervening years, quite a few people have said that about me. So now I can stand in it and stand on it and believe it so that other people can believe it too. And what I want you to do is to find out what you stand for, what people believe in about you, so that your bio will have personality, authenticity, and the know, like, trust will just scream from the ether and say, wow, she's the one that we want. And then this is the most important step in the process, the 5th step, which is to prepare your right size stories for the occasions where they are needed. And yes, this does take some work, but what is required on Twitter is not the same as what's required on Instagram. And what is required on LinkedIn is not the same thing that you get on Facebook. And what's on the back of your book, well, that's not the same thing as anything that we've talked about. And there are multiple bios for multiple situations. And if you truly want to build your influence and have it expand so that you can be everywhere all at once and be a pro at hello, you do yourself a big favor by getting these things squared away and consistently created so that you can do that with confidence. So if you want to follow these 5 steps, I'm going to post below the link where you can download my sassy little 5-step system. And I want you to reflect upon it and actually do something with it. I will tell you this. I have 4 interviews this week, actually 2 podcast interviews and 2 keynotes. If I didn't have all this stuff ready to go, not only would I be rehearsing and preparing for these speaking opportunities, but I'd be scrambling at the 11th hour to pull together everything that the host would need to introduce me properly, spell my name correctly, whatever else it is. And that just adds a lot more stress to an already exciting situation. I am a big fan of being ready for opportunity before opportunity knocks. That has been the single thing that has allowed me to leapfrog over other less prepared experts who might have much bigger names. How about you? So this is Nancy Juetten, the leader of the Raise Your Voice, Make Your Impact Facebook group. Are you inspired to use the Bye Bye Boring Bio blueprint to make your bio better so that it does not need to be on life support, but that it can potentially be the resuscitated message that can open up a world of new opportunity and bring it to your internet front door? I hope you're saying yes. I can't wait to see what you have to share. And let me know what your questions are. I'm here to serve and here to help. Mwah! Have an awesome, awesome day. Thanks, everybody.